Miss Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning and welcome to another hour of the Real Talk with Judy live radio show for empowering, inspiring, motivating, and helping people come into the reality that it is possible. It representing your vision, your dream, your hope, your desires. Everything you want to accomplish is possible if you only believe. And as I often say from my presiding bishop, if you have to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. And that's real talk. That's no joke. You got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. Again, welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. And we are glad to have you joining us this morning right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM. The beautiful Tuesday morning here in Tallahassee. After so many storms and rain, I don't know how it's been all over the world, but it has been on, off, wet, tearing up, all of that stuff in Tallahassee. But one of the things we're thankful for is that God has blessed us and we're still here. We're still here to tell the story. So again, thank you so very much for joining in. And I know that this is one of the best, most powerful, impactful talk show it is. And I want to thank you all from all over the world actually, who have seen us and told us that you're joining in. It means a lot walking down the street or walking in the stores. We went to our convention in Orlando, women, over 20-some thousand women, and so many talked about listening to our show on the radio. I want to thank you, and not just the women, so many men, so many of you are tuning in. And I want to say thank you so very much for doing that. It means a lot. And so every Tuesday, I'm honored that and thankful that you have chosen to join me on the radio every Tuesday. And we got some surprises coming up. We've been contacted by some folks, and we're just excited about what God is doing. All right. So please do me a favor and call and text and get everybody on as we talk. Y'all see my guest. He's been on several times this year already. Yes. But I am so excited about him. And we're gonna dive into some things today. But before we do that, y'all know I must say hello to my mama, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley, who God is still keeping here alive and in good health. And she's the reason I am who I am. I just absolutely love her. Some challenges with her body, but you know what? She's strong. That's a strong 84-year-old woman. And so thank God for it. Still in the right mind, still giving out scriptures and stuff, and leading us in the path that we should go. And I absolutely thank God for it. And also to my husband, my awesome and amazing husband, Superintendent Dr. Gerald Mandrell. Thank God so very much for him. He is the reason why I get to do what I'm doing. And while I'm right here again, I text so many men for a Father's Day. I think I text over 300 men in Tallahassee, in the Leon County, Gaston, all over the world. My presiding bishop, everybody, because we thank God for the men that he has put in this earth with us. And we give God praise for all of the men, especially those who are providing and taking care of their children. Thank you so very much. And not just that, the men who don't have children, who are helping others. I want to say thank you so very much. The Women of Life Changers sent our men on a dinner cruise to Destin. They said, I'm into a dinner cruise on Destin. I had invited several men, but they were all either out of town speaking
Wow.
or recovering from surgery or something like that, because we want to be a blessing to them as well. But we are so thankful for these mighty good men. To you, Dr. Evangelist Missionary Priscilla John Lewis, she is of our production team led, and she does an absolutely fantastic job. And we're thankful. And her daughter, Kaylin John Lewis, who will be attending FAMU in the fall, who helped her put together so much. And Elder Thaddeus, you remember when I spoke last Tuesday at the Greater Chambers Professional Women Forum, she's the one who put my slide together. Over 200 people there, standing room only.
Yes.
I mean, they were standing at the wall, waiting to get a seat, hoping people did not come in. And that was nobody but God. That was nobody but God. And God will raise up people to support you. And I'm telling you, it's a good thing happening.
Yes, it was awesome. And the food was good too.
The food was good too. We must say something.
Yes.
The food was good too. But she put that together, my slide presentation. And so I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank you all for your support, for your prayers, for your encouragement. We've had Pastor Tracy Davis from Greater St. Mark yesterday, pouring down raining, brought snacks to our summer campus.
Wow.
I mean, she brought a bunch of snacks. So, I mean, it's stuff like that. Pastor Davis, thank you. Tracy Davis, I mean, she brought snacks. And I was thankful. The kids were too. They went out there in the rain. They went out there in the rain. They got that stuff. So we want to thank you, Commissioner Jeremy Matlow, is providing the pizza every Friday for those children, and people bringing money. I just want to say thank you. It is good to be loved in your own city.
It is
the city that you live and serve in. I want to say thank you all so very much. Somebody told me, Pastor Judy, everybody love you. If everybody love you, you're in trouble. The Bible say, whoa.
Whoa. Right.
Ain't that what he said?
What it said?
He said, whoa, you better look out. You better be on the lookout. But you know what? I thank God for those who do. I do. I want to say to Doc B, man, I'm looking at all that team there. I'm going to bring all my children and we just going to walk around. They little children. You don't want them yet. they little children, Doc. But just to see what's being provided, Elder Bruce, to the children in Tallahassee is absolutely amazing. I mean, the opportunity that's been given to our children.
Our future.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Our future right now.
Yes.
And when I look at that studio, and I mean, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited about the future of what could happen in our city. And yesterday, Elder Bruce, about 22 of us went over to Motel 6 where the young man was gunned down. And y'all, the topic of my show today is Elder Bruce, Elder Thaddeus Bruce, better known as Minister Redeemed. And I'm doing that for two reasons. One, I've got to know the heart of this man. Since September, I've gotten to know his heart. I've got to see the pureness and his sincere dedication to wanting to help this community, wanting to help the boys and girls and men and women in this community. Even when we started the prayer, God gave him a song for, I wish I would have given it to Doc, because they could have heard our song.
Enough is enough. Yeah. Yes, Lord.
But he wrote a song for the prayer. He has been with this prayer, and I've seen his heart. I've seen him cry out. I've seen him fast and pray for this community. Yesterday, I believe that we went to an area in our city that is very vulnerable. There's a lot of mental illness going on there.
Yes.
We had opportunity to talk with some of the people who saw the young man killed. We had an opportunity to pray for quite a few people. Talk to a mother whose son had gone to prison, and in her words, wasn't like he was now, but now he's a schizophrenic. He would not talk about what happened in prison. And this is her words. but they would take him to different mental hospitals and ask for different help, but he can't get it.
Yeah.
So I told her, we'll see. I told her I can't make no promises because I don't know how the system works in every area. But we would talk to some people and see what happened. And Elder Bruce, you were there.
Yes.
When those, 6 police officers?
Yes. And they came rushing in. They were on a mission.
Gun drawn,
Yes.
shield out,
Yes.
busted up there to the dirt. Oh, I wasn't there yet.
Yes.
My husband, so he was glad because I would have been peeping. I like that kind of stuff. I do. I like that kind of stuff.
I got in my car. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I did. I wanted to watch from the window.
That was Commissioner Richardson.
Yes,
Want to watch
did.
from the
He
window.
said, he said, I still kept the car running just in case I had to get up out of here.
But to see that, and you were there, Commissioner was there, you were there, and Allen, so you all got to see firsthand
Yes.
some of the stuff that go. When I went to get permission for us to come, I talked with an 80-year-old lady who'd been there, and she told the manager, let them in here to pray. She said, this place is gonna burn up like hell if something don't happen. You know, and I think everybody got a part.
Yes.
You know, you got your government, you got your law enforcement, everybody got a part.
Yes.
And then those of us who God has summoned out there to pray, which is the pastors, and to see all those pastors there.
That was awesome.
Intercessors, deacons, women, children. Now you and those are the areas that I like. I love going to the street. I love being there. But one of the things I know, people got to know you care for real.
Absolutely.
And they can feel it.
Yes.
And they would the police officer arrested 3 people, but they stayed while we prayed.
They did.
They did not leave.
Yes.
How did you feel? What was your feeling, Elder Bruce, as we sat there, as we were there last night? And I saw you. I saw you travailing, and Evangelist Carolyn Waddell walking the pathway, Deacon Ball and Mother Rhonda Roll and Danette, they walking all around. Then we had those of us positioned here. What was your gut feeling while we was out there?
That hope was available. Help was available. Healing was available. And as you kind of said earlier, those of us who made the decision that we were going to be an extension of that hope, we would gather together. And it's sad that we have to have those types of incidences where somebody's killed, you know, in order for us to come together. But we did. And sometimes it takes those circumstances in order to bring us together. But we were there. And as we were there, I was praying, God, let it be more than just us praying for the spot and stuff, but God, let somebody else want prayer, somebody to turn their life over. And he did. And to watch that happen right in live time was just amazing to see as we were praying that you could see the curtains coming open.
Yes.
You can see some of the doors opening and the people walking by as if they were headed somewhere, but they really weren't. They were just wanting to get closer to the prayer because you could sense the presence of God there. You can sense there was something about us being there yesterday that was more, so much more than just about the area where the young man was killed at. But just to watch that and the unification of us coming together just to say, God, we're going to intercede on this behalf, on this place.
And Elder Bruce, what God had done, even from the beginning of this year, and people don't understand the importance of it, but that's not the case. We keep showing up.
Yes.
So since January, February, March, April, May, June, we have been to 5 different churches in this city. We went to Tabernacle the whole month of January.
Yes.
But we have gone to 5 different churches in this city, around this city, praying, asking God for help, asking God to show his mercy on this city. We have gone. Some of us have not missed one time. We have not been absent at all. Some have been absent for various reasons, but I know they're praying. Some have sent their members. Some have been there. It has been, and we can see the impact. I talked with Deputy Holmes,
Yes.
Deputy Chief Holmes, right? And he stated that even though we're still having shootings and even though things are still happening, the numbers are down from where they were
Yes.
in 2022.
Yes.
We don't know what God is doing, but we do know He told us to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I know about God is when He tells us to do something, He already has a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, Elder Bruce, the prayers were. Last night was different.
It was.
Last night was different than any place we have ever gone, and the prayers were different. You all prayed. They prayed some powerful prayers last night. Mm-hmm. And this one lady, I forgot her name, but her last name is Stringer, but she came from a street over, brought 5 children, and that lady prayed for her community.
Yes, yes.
She prayed for her community.
Yes.
Another mother, her son is there, living there, but she stayed to pray for her son and the people in that community. We weren't scared because God summons us. The Reverend Holmes said, after we start this citywide prayer, we started this citywide prayer. And he said, would you go where the people that died if they get shot and down there? Last night, as you said, Elder, was so much more than praying for that spot. I think a lot of us had tears in our eyes.
We did, yes.
Because when you drove up, after hearing about those police officers, weapons drawn, shield, running up, we saw this in real action. They saw this in real action. I mean, we're going to pray, but they saw this in real action. Real action. We heard a story of a 12-year-old sitting up there, and this is going to touch our heart. 12-year-old sitting up there getting high, and her mother told her to hurry up because you're going to work tonight. You going to work tonight.
12-year-old.
12-year-old.
The truth of the matter is to probably supply her mother's habit.
12-year-old, y'all. 12-year-old. That's what we showing up. That thing touched me so I just couldn't hardly sleep thinking about it. 14-year-old smoking Molly. Her mom said, you ain't doing it right. You got to smoke it this way. This is how you do it. Because you got 4 jobs tonight. 4 14-year-old. They moved 5 or 4 children from an apartment complex at the Howard Johnson. The 1-year-old got 2 STDs. 2 STDs. 1-year-old with 2 STDs.
Jesus.
Think it ain't praying time? It's praying time, y'all. Some people, we have to do more than pray. Right. We all got to do our part. We all doing it, right? We're praying. We got laws. We got this. But everybody got. What if that was your daughter?
Which is the scary part. That's the only time some folks will even intervene or step in if it hits their household. Other than that, y'all handle it. Y'all do it. Y'all pray. I'll send a prayer over here. But as far as coming to a scene, as far as participating, as far as saying, listen, we're going to address whoever needs to be addressed in order for something to be done until it hits their mother, their father, their son, until it hits them. It's almost as if saying, it's not enough yet.
Oh.
It's not enough yet. And that's where we are. Enough is enough. No more. No more. And that's what I believe God is saying. And that's why he's allowing us to get into these places and to be able to step up as one and say, God, we're coming on your behalf, on your people's behalf. 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, little girls doing what they're doing, those things just to be able to supply a drug or drug habit.
They told us, they said, when y'all leave here, that's when they're going to start. We stayed there after 8 o'clock. So whatever they were going to do was going to have to be late because they have a time that they start, but we stayed later. so they couldn't get started then.
Mhm.
Because one of the things they did now, they did respect us.
They did. They did. Oh, yes, they did.
Oh man, they gave us the highest respect. And I don't think it was just us, it was the God. They felt God. I know they did.
They did.
We saw them, but they saw us.
Yes, yes, yes.
We saw them,
Yes.
but they saw us.
And they heard us.
And they heard us.
And I believe God spoke to so many of them.
Oh God.
Because remember the one at first nobody wanted to just come out.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden you could see them. They wanted to walk by. The one guy who we prayed with, he walked by I don't know how many times. And one time he didn't go anywhere, but he came right back, and he walked back to the same spot. And I knew it was because the presence of God was at that place yesterday.
Oh God. It was there. He was there. And then Ned and Mother Rowe went around on the other side. They said all their doors was open. The side facing the side like the woods.
Yes.
All their doors was open.
Oh yeah. They were coming out. They were coming. Oh,
Even at the Howard Johnson, people started coming through the woods.
Yes.
Yo, this is what God is calling. This is the hedges and the highways.
Come outside of the four walls.
Come outside.
Let's take it to the streets. He's saying.
You know what I just saw? Doc D, you know what I just saw? I saw maybe some of those young folks who are over there. They got a song. Oh my God. I mean, later on, you know, we got to save our own city. We got to save ourselves, y'all. We got to do this. And we can do it. Everybody got their own place that they play. Their own role. Elder Allen said, he asked the young man, so yo, bro, you got game? You got game? He said, the man said, yeah, I got game. He said, well, then play.
Have mercy.
He said, play. That street talk that we don't talk in the church. When he pulled up his sleeves and on his stomach, he got all those tattoos. He said, this don't govern me anymore.
Have mercy.
You all started talking where those men were related. I'm telling you, my job, now I love evangelism. I love it. And I know what I do. I know what I do. I know what I'm gifted to do. And I walk in it. But then God sent folks who can go further than me, like you, Elder Bruce. And we're going to hear your testimony because we heard these men coming out.
Yes, yes.
We saw these men coming out. We saw these women coming by. This is what, and you can't be afraid because you know what? They are people like us.
Just like us.
They are people like us. And when Danette was praying and she said, these are people. So that lady jumped up out of wherever she was. She slid that curtain back. My sister Carolyn walking around like she packing back. 3 9mm. She walking by like, I looked at her like, girl, you carrying? She just walking around. She said, yeah, I was carrying the Holy Ghost. She said, I ain't gonna tell y'all which one she is because when we go places, y'all gonna think she packing. You know, but the thing about it, the people knew that it was no judgmental prayers. There was no judgment in prayer. There was no you going to hell. There was no this and no, oh, you old prostitute or none of that kind of stuff. It was God, these are your people who you love.
You said it best. When they know that you care and you're not there for a show or for publicity, their hearts just open up. And like you said, they come out. And that's what they sensed, they felt, they saw. They saw originality. They didn't see just church folks because if they were just church folks, I don't believe they would have come out. But they saw originality. They said, that's the heart of God. Yeah. That's the heart of God. I want a part of that. I want some of that.
And I explained to them, and we were videotaping on Facebook so others can see the prayer. But when it got time to pray, we turned the video off. And we told the people on Facebook, we're not recording the prayer. We're not recording you on camera. And one of the young men came and he said, that's when I knew y'all was real. You turned the camera off. There was no news people here taking pictures of us.
The one guy, when you was told of that, he said, I don't care if you film me. I won't pray.
He said, film me. I won't pray.
I won't pray.
Go ahead and film me. And then those police officers looking down.
Yeah.
And I saw one of them do his hand like this while they were praying, even though they still had the young man in handcuffs, but they were there. And
I talked to a lot of them, Mom, that one of the things that they say is that to see people coming to those areas and praying and lifting them up, which they know it's going to take more than just them strong arm and putting silver bracelets on somebody, doing arresting folks, but it's going to take unified prayer, which we're doing. And that just gets them to the point. It makes their life, their job, not only easier, but safer. And they appreciate that.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. And we know it takes more than one time.
Yeah.
Man, we were praying for resources. We're praying that God give wisdom to our government officials. We're praying that God help the other pastors. We need resources. We need the mental health people. Everything is out here on the street, y'all. Everything. And to our beloved pastors, we thank you, because it's going to take you gathering your congregation, that not your congregation, the congregation that God has given you to serve, to help. Every Monday after the first Sunday, we're praying at somebody's church. We have people calling us to come pray for sick people in the hospital, to come pray for their relative who's in hospice. We're getting these calls. When I get these calls, I'm calling people, let's go. Because this is what it's about. And I'm letting people see it ain't just me, it's everybody. It's bigger than Judy.
Yes.
But God always has somebody he called for a leader.
Yes.
And he trained them in his own way. Elder Bruce, I want you to talk to us a little bit about your background and why you're so passionate. And then we're going to get into what you got going on this weekend because of your passionate heart. But let us hear, if you don't mind sharing, some of where you come from.
Well, first thing I would say is this. I was raised up in the church, and but there was always something missing. It was like there was a void, and I sought all types of things to fill that void. I sought sports, which God blessed me. Took me to the professional level for a few years. I sought it in drinking and drugging and women and all of those things, but it was still a void. And that void that I was trying to fill with my addiction lasted 23 years. And I tell people a lot of times, most folk who ventured that way with crack cocaine especially, they're not here. They're either locked up, they're in a mental institution, or they're dead. But God. And in those 23 years, I went through 21 different treatment centers in 23 years. And my pastor used to say, son, you by now you ought to be teaching those treatment centers as many years as you've been in there.
Yeah.
And I used to walk the streets sometimes,
Are you from Tallahassee?
I'm from right here in Tallahassee.
Okay.
And I used to walk the streets. I pawned my car out because I didn't have any more money to get drugs to sustain my high. But nobody really came to my rescue when I was on the street. I mean, I had my pastor, my mom, my grandmother, my aunt. They were praying women who they kept those prayers. Pastor Kim Daniel, Apostle Kim Daniel, those prayers. But I still wasn't done. But there were some folks who, other than them, that kept their prayers going on. And I always had a hunger to serve, to help others. And my why today is because I knew God didn't give up on me. Yeah. And I knew he brought me out, not just to bring me out, but that I could go back in and be a vessel that he can help others to see that there's hope, there's help, and there's healing. And some of the people that I use with, to be able to go back and to show them that there's deliverance. And if God can deliver me, he can show enough deliver them, because even some of the folks I used to get high with say, man, you need some help, bro. You bad, man.
Even the one you got.
Yeah, even when I got high, I said, man, bro, you need help. You just really need some help, man. You don't need to come around. You need some help, man.
Wow.
And so just to see that and to hear that. And one day I just finally said, God, I either kill me help me. And I really wanted deliverance. I was tired. I was sick and tired of getting up, falling back down, getting up, falling back down. I do good for a year, 2 years or some months, and then I go right back, and I lost everything, and I was, even my oldest child had nothing to do with me because of my addiction. Um, but my other children, I had kind of disappointed and hurt so bad. And I was just saying, God, clean me up.
Yeah.
Use me for your glory, for your purpose.
Yeah.
God, use me to go show others that there is a way out. There's hope, there's help, and there's healing. And now to go back out and to be able to help somebody else and to see them hurting. And as I rode around, even before I came to there, I rode in a couple of those areas just to remember where God brought me from,
yes, sir.
what it was like being there.
Yes,
and now to be able to go back in a different way, but to be able to be a bridge that he uses to help others come across,
yes,
and about winning souls. So for my why is about souls. It's about helping others. It's about being a vessel that God will use to say, listen, look at my example. Look at what I can do if you just give me the chance. And so for me, that's my why, to be able to say, Lord, use me to help deliver your people, God, that they can see there is a way out of no way.
And I believe what I believe, or this is one of the things I believe that been there and being successful there can always prepare going there for a greater success.
Oh yes, yes.
So if you've been there and you've been successful, those who are going there, you can help be a greater success, to gain greater success. I've had some people that ask me, why do I do what I do? Did I grow up in a single parent home, or did I grow up with drug addicted parents, or that kind of stuff? Why do I go so hard after I go? I said, because I really believe the love of Jesus is in me. I really do. I really believe the love of Jesus is in me, and I really can't help it. I grew up in a 2-parent home, no alcohol, no drugs. I really thought we were rich. I really did. I thought we were rich. And watching my mom and dad raise us, I always thought that we were supposed to help those less fortunate than us. I always thought it was just in me. I just felt that's why I was here, to help. That's why I do what I do. That's why I go so hard. I would learn so many lessons in life, and that some people say, you act like you don't care. A lot of things I don't care about, like little petty stuff. I don't worry about all that little crazy stuff. I don't get involved in that because I don't need it, but I've always, and when I look at the people, Elder, I think you're why we pretty much similar. I believe that we can help save people's souls.
I believe that, yes.
I believe that we are rescuers. I believe that Jesus have delivered us to really help other people.
I believe that, yes.
I didn't see drugs and alcohol in my home. There was no domestic violence in my home. However, and I want to share this. One time I was preaching, and I used someone as an example who had never had sex. I'm telling you, he's touching me right now. He's touching me because he's sitting here with tears coming down his eyes. Y'all see him if you're looking at him. Y'all see him. But this is real stuff. This is real stuff. And I was preaching about this young man who never had sex, and he got saved at the age of 8. And it was a good message too. People were touched. But I had one little boy to come to me, and he said, well, Evangelist Judy, what about those of us who didn't get saved at 7?
Mm-hmm.
What about those of us who did have sex? What about us? So you're using that example, but it doesn't fit me. It stopped me right there. It stopped me. Because there are people out there who have not experienced. I'm sorry. Yeah, ain't no problem. Help yourself, man. Cry if you want. I don't care. That's good stuff. This is all God. This is all God. But there are people out there who have never experienced some of the things that some of the people that God has created are experiencing. But they're still people. They're still people. The drug addict, Everybody, that's the people.
Which is who he came for anyway.
That's who he came for. He came for those who were lost,
Yeah.
which was every last one of us.
Yes.
Every last one of us.
Yeah. Which a lot of our churches don't really go after because they can't pay tithe and offering. And that's scary. But and I'm not knocking the churches, but I'm just saying it's just like what you're saying is it's our responsibility as extensions of who he is. His heart is for those souls. And that's why I was kind of sharing shit. I see some of the folk out there now, and not just remembering where I was, but to see them now. And it seems to be so much worse than it was even when I was out there. And now to see and realizing I'm not able to help all of them, but the ones that I can help, but the ones that I can't help, it's like, oh God, what do we do? And you were talking earlier about what is it going to take? You know, what is it going to take for others to say, hey, I'm count me in. I want to be on that prayer team. I want to go with you all when you go out. I want to help somebody just in case it hits my son, my daughter, my mother, my father, my husband, my wife, when I'm not there, when somebody else, I'll need them to go in and intercede for me. When? What will it take before we all get to the place that we say, God, use me? I see the hurting. I see the hungry folks. I see the prostitute, the drug addict, the drug dealer. I see the backsliders. God, use me. God, help. Let me be a vessel that will go into those places and say, listen, the love of God is right here waiting on you. His hand is extended right now. He's saying, come. I know you've been crying out. I know you've been trying to get yourself right. Here I am right now. God, use me to bring them back to you.
The only thing we got to do is remember what he's done for us.
My God, yes.
It's only by the grace of God that we're not holding us up. I always say God's mercy is good. It ain't that we cross every T or dotted every I.
My God.
We have not. No one has. No one has.
Yes, Lord.
No one has.
My God.
You know, and we have to be careful because we think we got it all.
Oh my God.
And then what he told the rich man, this night your soul is required of you. Leave all that stuff right there. So you think you got it all. Leave all of that right there. You're going home tonight. You know, we can't get caught up into this stuff. People are dying. People are dying. People are caught in stuff that they really do not want to be caught in.
They are. I think she prayed about that last night. God. She did. About so many of them, they don't want to be here.
They don't want to.
They really don't. They really don't. And then you have to ask yourself, it's just as you were sitting there talking, what if that was me? What if it was me on the other side? What if that was me? What if God hadn't delivered me yet and I was there? Wouldn't I want somebody to reach out to me and show me the way, show me help, show me the hope, show me the healing? Wouldn't I want that? What will it take? Like we talked last night. What is it going to take for you to say, the next person to say, Lord, use me to help that person? God, oh God. What if you had to deliver me?
It could have been.
And
it should have been.
Should have been.
Some of us.
Oh my God.
I know it could have been me.
My God.
It could have been me. I was raised in a good home. Came to FAMU and for some reason started smoking the marijuana. And you know what? Right before crack came on the street, God saved me. But I was in the church playing the drums every night. And I wouldn't miss pastoral teaching because I enjoyed Pastor Shepherd. I would not miss pastoral teaching. And I bought change of clothes because you couldn't wear your church clothes to the club. Couldn't get that on there. I wasn't that dumb. I was raised, you don't do that. But what if God had left me there?
Jesus.
What if I didn't answer the call? I submit that to all of us, those of you who listening. What if you didn't answer the call? What if?
Jesus.
What if your sons or daughter don't answer the call?
My God.
What if they don't answer?
Jesus.
What if they don't answer? Huh? What if your mom and dad all of a sudden become whatever? What if?
My God.
What if they have to go get a room at the Motel 6?
That Motel 6.
That Motel 6.
Oh my God.
Or that Howard Johnson.
Or that Howard Johnson.
Or that other hotel.
La Casa.
Across the street. What if they have to go? What if life just turned take a turn that quickly. And he showed us in 2019, 2020, how life can change like
just
that.
like that.
You can lose everything you got. He showed us in Miami, the whole hotel just swallowed up. He showed us, y'all. He showed us. We have seen this stuff. And he left us here to help others. That's our responsibility. Let's help others out the roadway. Whatever you can do. And we all got different gifts. He gave some. This and that. Somebody said, we don't need to do the same thing. We need to join. There are over 40,000 McDonald's in the world. In 118 countries. Over 30-some-thousand Burger King. Over 27, 28, 29,000 Kentucky Fried Chicken. Over 15,000 Dairy Queens. And all of them got a special something, but they all serve the same thing. Come on, it ain't about competition. Do your best and give your best and put you in it and let's go.
Yes.
There are almost 4,000 people in Tallahassee, and no one anything can hold everybody. So you need a whole bunch of churches. You need a whole bunch of different organizations. You need a whole bunch of different this. You got to have it. Some gonna come to you and some not. Because you're not offering the best that you're giving, you still ain't offering what they want. Huh? Even with Dream Builders, we're offering, people are still coming. We way over what I said I was gonna do. Taking in 3 this week already, day Tuesday. My sister keep calling, are you taking another one? I'm like, No, but the parent keep calling. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody ain't coming there. Everybody ain't going with you. Even if you got to open, some got free, and it's still, some of them still didn't fill out. Because everybody got a different taste for different things, and it doesn't matter. Give these people your best. We got people who can deal with mental illness people better than some of the doctors who have been to school for mental illness. They got a different love and a different twist on it. Listen to them sometime. Everybody with education don't always have the best solution. Last night, we did have some mental health professionals out there, but do what you do and do it good, y'all. That's why I'm supporting Elder Bruce on Friday night. That's why I'm supporting him. Because this man is out there in the trenches doing what he's doing. And I'm supporting him 100%. That's why he's on my show today. We got 2 minutes. Tell us about, we got 3
Well,
minutes.
Friday night is our fashion show, comedy show with A-Train, comedian. That I almost said something. That brother crazy.
Crazy.
that boy crazy.
You funny?
Oh my gosh.
You ain't funny?
Oh, matter of fact, he's the headliner on the 2 largest cruise line ships that there is.
I think I heard.
Oh my goodness, he passed funny. That boy passed funny. But then with that, also you get dinner. Now that's for the VIP. You get dinner, the comedy show, the fashion show with Mr. Boatman. Oh my God, that brother got some.
One of the baddest dressing men.
Oh my goodness, and the best first and second place dressers get a prize. But then for VIP, you also get to go to the concert, the Gospel Extravaganza on Sunday night.
How much is the VIP?
Only $45. That's dinner, comedy show, fashion show, and the Gospel Extravaganza.
Oh, y'all, come on.
For all of that. You can't even go to a restaurant really and get one dinner for roughly about $35, $40.
You know what? You not real, especially if you go with my family. Yeah. All our entree, all our bills be high. Yeah. We like, what do we order? After we order, because we don't be looking at the price. We just order. My son-in-law, brother-in-law, Doug Waddell can't stand when I ask for something extra. Then I said, how much is that? He's like, you don't care how much that is, just order it. Come on, Pastor Judy. He hate when I do that. I'm like, we got the money. I'm like, it's not about the money, man. I just need to know if that's what I want. If I order an extra piece of cheese and they're going to charge me $3, I don't want it. No. Take both pieces of cheese. Yeah. But y'all, this is why I want you to support him. Go ahead and talk about it.
And it's also, the whole thing is based on fundraising for Miracle Hill Nursing Home. And that's what this whole premise was about, was just to find some way, something that I could do to raise some money to help save Miracle Hill. So 50% of all the proceeds go directly to Miracle Hill. This isn't about me making, but 50%, half of every, all of the profit goes directly to Miracle Hill.
Wow.
That's what it's all about for me.
Wow.
Again, as you said, serving, being able to help folk. You know, so many folk help me. And for me not to be able to do that, I think it'd be kind of like me slapping God in the face.
Wow.
So, Father, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve and help.
And if you all can, if you're available, I invite you to come join them Friday night at what time?
It's at 5:30 dinner, 5:30 to 6:45 dinner. 7 o'clock is the fashion show. 8 o'clock is A-Train the comedian. Oh my goodness! If you like laughing, if you like your side hurting, you need to hear A-Train.
I love laughing.
Yes.
I know I love laughing. Yes. So we want to invite you out. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this right now, Dr. I'm going to do this right now. Right now. I'm going to do this right now. I just thought about this. The first two people who called this radio station, you ain't even got to say nothing. Just say, I want the ticket. I'm going to give you a ticket to Friday night. I'm going to pay him for it. 2 tickets right now. 850-671-1450. 850-671-1450. And I'm going to pay for 2 tickets. That's the Real Talk with Judy live show. We're going to pay for 2 tickets. 850-671-1450. And we're going to send you to the comedy show. Right. Matter of fact, I'm going to do you VIP. I'm going to do you VIP.
Wow.
Hello, caller. Hold on, I'm coming. But I'm gonna do you VIP on the show. You're gonna get to come, and you're gonna get Friday night and all of Sunday night. And Sunday night.
And dinner on Friday night.
And then on Friday night. Caller, you on the air. Hold on for just a minute, but you're gonna be there. You're gonna be there Saturday. You're gonna be there Friday night. You're gonna be there Sunday night, and we want you to enjoy it. We want you to enjoy yourself. So, who am I speaking with? Carol Little. Carol Miller. Well, God bless you. And I want you to enjoy yourself Friday night with Elder THADDEUS Bruce, better known as Minister Redeemed. I want you to enjoy yourself and have a great time. You got a VIP ticket, and we will get your information so we can make sure that you have everything you need when you walk in the door. And thank you so very much for listening.
Yes.
All right. So we'll see you Friday night. So that, God bless you. So we got one more ticket to give away. 850-671-1450. 850-671-1450. You got 1 minute to call. And we just want you to go. Elder Bruce, I want you to know, and watching you these since September, been calling you on the air. Good, you got it. What's your name? Miranda? Oh, Loranda. Well, glad to have you, Loranda. We're so glad to have you. We look forward to seeing you. Friday night is going to be absolutely fantastic, and we're so glad. And on behalf of the Real Talk with Judy show, go have fun, eat, and be merry. God bless you. Thank you for calling. So we want to thank everybody for listening to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. Thank you for joining in this beautiful Tuesday morning here in Tallahassee. Elder THADDEUS, we pray that God will bless everything that you're doing. We pray that everything that you have put your hands to, that God will bless it, and that you will be, that this Friday and Sunday will be a blessing.
Yes.
And Miracle Hill has served this community for years. I came here in 1977 and it was here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Fort Lauderdale, but we want you to be blessed and we want God to sustain that nursing home.
Yes.
We want him to sustain that nursing home. It is a beacon in our community.
It is.
And we would love to see it sustained. So we thank you so very much, everybody, for tuning in. We are excited that you tuned in. And we look to see y'all Friday. We look to see y'all Friday. We look to see you Friday. You know what? I just felt a generous spirit. I got to get out of here though. I got to get out of here. I felt another generous spirit. I got to get out of here. I see you got your hand on the dial. Hit it quick. 850-671-1450 and you get the third ticket. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Quick. 850-671-1450. 850-671-1450. And while you're calling, I am going to conclude. Thank you all so very much for tuning in to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. We greatly, greatly appreciate you. Caller, you want it. Who are you? Good morning. Sister, how you doing, Mother Mitchell? Myself doing absolutely fantastic. Look at you. You got a VIP to go see your son. Oh, look at that.
My Lord.
That's how you play it. That's how you play it. Look at that. That's how you.
My goodness.
Go ahead and get it. And Lord will, I'll see you Friday night. All right. Thank you so much. Well, y'all, that is it. We got to go. And we want to thank you all so very much for tuning in with us this fine Tuesday morning. Be blessed. And we again, may God bless you, Elder Thaddeus, on what you're doing. You can join us tonight at 7:30 for our Bible study. And you can join us also next week, June 28th to the 30th in Midway. We'll be having our district revival, district convention. And humbly, I am the revivalist for Wednesday, Thursday, and our bishop will be here Friday. So you will see all this on Facebook. But again, thank you for joining us. And if the Lord will, we will see you next Tuesday, same time, 11:30, right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM. God bless you. And that's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with